Welcome to our today's Fxd1 2024-10. There are 5 things that make this issue a bit unique or that define the reason why we should buy or invest into this bond. Number 1, the trend on the interest rates in the treasury bill market. The treasury bill interest rates have consistently been going down, as denoted by this recent issue of treasury bills. The 364-day treasury bill now gives you a 15.5%, 181-day treasury bill is at 15.15%, and the 91 treasury bill, that is a benchmark, its average is the benchmark that your money market funds base their return. It is now giving you a 14.4%. Number 2, if looking at the inflation rates, they have also consistently been coming down, and that is one of the key reasons for the treasury bill rates coming down. And as the third item, the returns on your money market funds, which respond to changes in the market interest rates of the treasury bills. So the money market funds have also been reporting a trending decline in their yields some time now. Those parameters point at a prolonged decline, or a trend is forming where we are noticing a consistent decline in the returns or yields posted by the treasury bills and responded by the returns in the money market funds and other benchmarked funds. That gives us a reason why we should look for an opportunity that locks in our investments that are targeted for long-term investing. We lock them into a vehicle that guarantees a specific return that can average upwards our portfolio average in response to the declining trend. We still have what need to sit in the packings of the money market funds for purposes of emergencies, short-term goals, and our sinking funds. Number 5, the month of November and December, as per the issue schedule or timetable that has been issued by central bank, are one of its kind. They are targeted to issue switch bonds. And the switch bonds have a primary purpose of managing expected high maturities of securities, which should bring in a constraint or a liquidity problem, and therefore these bonds are issued with an average higher return in order to attract investors who are holding short-term and maturing instruments to convert them into long-term debt securities. So that reason alone gives us a one-of-a-kind opportunity that will enable us to lock our investments into higher yielding secure vehicles that guarantee to cushion us against the declining trend in returns. And lastly is a question of value. When the market interest rates are coming down, bonds that have a higher coupon rate tend to acquire a higher value. So these bonds that promises a coupon of 16% payable out in March and September perfectly will give us a higher value to the bond once we invest, as the prices or as the returns on treasury bills and money market funds keep on declining. Those are 6 reasons why this particular bond or issue is unique, and they should inform the reason why to invest in this particular bond. We shall be looking at the specific dates that are relevant for this particular issue after 3 seconds break, before which I will request you, if you are new to this channel, give us your subscription and hit the notification button because we are committed to giving you at least 4 value-laden videos every week, and YouTube will be notifying you when we upload one. For our continued subscriber, we appreciate your loyalty to the channel, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up or a like to this video and engage us in the comment section. Every time you give us a comment, a question, or an opinion in the comment section, we will always come back almost immediately to respond back to you. See you after 3 seconds break. Welcome back to the specifics of Fxd1 2024-10, and as usual we begin with the name. Fxd1 means that this is a fixed coupon bond that is being reissued for the first time, having been first issued in 2024. And the third part, the numeral 10, means that this bond was tailored for a maturity of a maximum of 10 years. What that means is that these bonds gives us an investment period of 9.4 years, having covered some 6 months from the time it was issued. The second part is the coupon and its payout dates. As per the issue prospectus, this bond is going to be paying out a coupon of 16%, which will be paid out in the month of March and September. That reminds you that bonds are issued to pay your coupons or interest biannually or 2 times in a year, and this one in particular will pay you a 50% of the coupon in the month of March. That is some 2 months from the value date of this issue, and the second 50% coupon shall be paid in September yearly to term of the bond. This bond, being a fixed coupon bond, is taxed or at a withholding rate, and it being a bond of 10 and above years, then it is taxed at a 10% withholding rates as opposed to the usual 15% withholding tax. That is an incentive that is given to investors on long-term debt securities in order to give them an advantage or a reason to hold on to the long-term securities. The other important date for this bond issue is the selling period. The selling period refers to the bidding period, the period that we have been given to create our 1000 USD account if we do not have one, and to place our bids. And that is a period that dates from 25th October to 13th November. So we have all the time from 25th October to 13th of November to create your 1000 USD account and have it approved and place your bid. Once that has been done, then we wait for the auction date. And the auction date is the tail end of the bidding period. And because the last day of bidding also becomes the auction date, which is 13th November, then as per the issue terms or the bond terms, the last day to bid for this bond shall be up to 10 o'clock in the morning of 13th November, because in the afternoon, that is when the auction will take place. After the auction, we are supposed to get the results for the bid. So once you have placed your bid and it has been reported back to you via an SMS that that bid was successful, you will not get the information or what you are required to have in order to make a successful RTGS or payment for the bond until the auction is over. The reason I have to stress for that is that there is a huge possibility that this particular bond will be oversubscribed because of the same reasons that we highlighted at the introduction of this video. We are likely not to get many issues with such a coupon rate in the near future unless it is an infrastructure bond, which tends to have a higher rate compared to the other bonds. So for this one, and it being targeted for switch purposes, it is likely going to be oversubscribed. The results for this issue or for these bond applications, they will be relayed on Friday of 18th November. The auction date will be 13th of November, which will be on a Wednesday. So the same with that Friday of 15th November, that is when we shall receive results for this bond. And the specific important results to the investor is your payment reference number, which is the 8 alphanumeric number, and the amount that you're supposed to pay for these bonds. Those two details plus your DAO CSD account number, that is what you shall take with you to your bank in order to prepare for an RTGS for the payment of these bonds. That is not to say that we do not have the option of internet payments. If your bank supports online RTGSing, the same details is what you shall require for purposes of that completion of that payment. Immediately, once we get our results or the payment period, where the payment period is from the auction date, the result date, to the value date, which will be 15th November up to 18th November, which will be on a Monday. And for now, you should have gotten it from our reviews that always the auction date is on a Wednesday. The results are relayed on a Friday, and you are expected to complete your payments by Monday. And that is the same reason when bonds are paid back, or when our redemption amounts are paid back, or coupons are paid, you should have noticed that it always happens on a Monday before noon. So our value date shall be on Monday, 18th November, which will also be the last day of making our payments. The value date is a very important date because that is the day or the date when our DAO CSD portfolio accounts get updated. Once you have bidded for your bond, it is successful and you have paid, your account will not be updated immediately. That has to wait until the value date when all accounts are updated at once. So expect to see a change in your portfolio amounts and the valuation on the value date and not when you make the payment. Your accounts get updated on the value date. And immediately after the value date, that is when these bonds are offloaded to the secondary market, that is the stock exchange, where the trading happens, where buying and selling of those bonds happen. Thank you for watching.